For the nearly 600,000 visitors to Pikes Peak each year, this is the most common way to reach the summit. But once a year for 1,800 runners, there's a slightly different approach to reaching all 14,115 feet of America's mountain. The Pikes Peak Ascent and Marathon.
There's a specific time in my life not that long ago where I remember being in Manitou on race day thinking those people are insane. Like, there's no way ever in my life I could ever do that.
Since that day, Shiva has signed on and qualified to run Saturday's Ascent and Sunday's Marathon.
So to be on the other side of that and be like, I did it, I did both of them, is gonna be a big deal for me, so I'm excited for that.
Every runner has their own personal goal to beat.
My primary goal is to finish vertical. I just want to finish with all my parts intact.
Some of the keys to conquering the mountain: hydration stations and wellness checks, all manned by volunteers.
The volunteers are amazing, and it's great too, the running community that we have. You end up knowing a lot of people up there, and it's so great to see a familiar face, and you're just like, oh, someone I know, like, I'm not gonna die, right? I'm gonna make it to the top.
Awesome, you are my hero, baby!
We couldn't do it without the volunteers. They're encouraging, they're laughing, they're smiling, high fives, as well as handing you food and drinks, and it's just a wonderful experience.
The volunteers get set early, overcoming their own obstacles to ensure the Pikes Peak Ascent and Marathon goes off without a hitch.
On the Wednesday before the race is always the summit prep day, and so we have several things going on. Today, our biggest challenge was the wind and about 3 inches of hail snow on the surface. But you know, every year it's an adventure and a little bit different.
And unloading is just step one of the difficult day ahead for this volunteer ops team. It's one thing to bring water and supplies to the top of the mountain. It's another to ensure that the water flows from the top of the mountain back down to the runners making the ascent.
We have one team that's coming straight down the face of the mountain. They're taking the hose straight down to what we call our Cirque aid station. It runs literally straight down the face, and we'll end up with some boulders down there on the trail. We have people meeting them with layers of hose, and they stop every place that the trail crosses the hose lay and gives them hose. We have several backpacks with trash cans going down. One in particular is our water collection method from A-Frame. The crew that goes in there goes in on either Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, and we have to actually take our water and purify it out of the creek. So they literally have a hose and a barreling system that then feeds into garden hoses, that then there's enough pressure that pumps it back up to the trail, because the place they collect is actually below the trail, and be able to service that aid station. And they will actually manage to do enough water to serve water and Gatorade to all the runners on both days.
And when it's all said and done, both the volunteers and the athletes can be proud of the work that was put into this incredible weekend.
It's a great feeling. You're like, I just did that. I just climbed that mountain fast. Like, all right, and then get me down. And I'm hungry.
John Martin, Fox 21 News.